Chapter 22. The Boy Who Walked into Time. There is a place beyond the edge of Neverland, a place not found on maps, where time is kept. No one rules it. No one understands it. But one boy once dared to walk there, and that boy was Peter Pan. After Wendy stayed, he wandered. Not aimlessly. Peter never did anything without some part of him knowing the way, but his steps took him farther than he had ever gone. Beyond the hollow tree, beyond the tower's ruins, beyond the singing tree's reach, through a forest of glass leaves that chimed like bells, across a river that whispered backwards, to a mountain that bled golden sand from its peak. And at its summit he found a door. Old, wooden, carved with the mark of a clock face split in two. Peter stood before it for a long time. Flashback Peter as a boy. The first time he'd heard about this place was from an old lost boy who vanished the next day. Time lives at the edge, the boy had said, and it's hungry. Peter hadn't believed him. Not then. Now he understood. He opened the door and stepped into the archive of time, a hall of infinite staircases, mirrors showing years that never happened, books that wrote themselves in blood, and at its center, a well bottomless poolsing with light. Each drop in the well was a second stolen, a regret buried, a breath never taken. Peter stepped to the edge. The well spoke in memory, not words. It showed him. Tinker Bell smiling, fatting. Hook laughing, breaking. Wendy turning back, his own eyes growing tired. And then it asked the question, "Do you want to become real?" Peter froze. Real. Not eternal. Not magical. Mortal. A boy no longer, a man with time. A life. A death. He sat for a while, staring, thinking, remembering. Then he stood and said, "Yes." The transformation. It didn't hurt. It didn't glow. It simply happened. The magic in him untwisted. The wind inside his blood settled. His shadow folded into his body like it had always belonged. His heartbeat slowed. But it beat. For the first time, Peter Pan became Peter Darling. And he smiled. Back in Neverland, Wendy woke in the middle of the night. No reason. Just a feeling. She walked outside the island calm and found him standing in the moonlight, taller, older, different. She didn't speak. He didn't either. She just walked to him and hugged him. He held her tighter than ever before. "Is it really you?" she whispered. He nodded. "I walked into time." She touched his face. "Was it worth it?" Peter smiled faintly. "I think so." Later that year, Peter built a home with walls and a roof and a door that opened in both directions. Some said he'd finally grown up. They were wrong. He'd just grown in. The island watched quietly, and for the first time in its strange, endless life, Neverland rested.